All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our today's section for MS project for project management. Okay. I've already shared the last video. Okay. If you have not watched the first day video, please just go back and watch that before this particular video. All right. Thank you. My name is Agbo Sunday from CAS Social Technology. Okay, without wasting much time, share our screen. Okay, so as you can see, this is Microsoft project. All right, so I'll click on File and then click on New. So I'll go to a new environment or a new page. Okay, so yesterday I've explained about the new project, open an existing project, open from the template and all that. All right. So today, we are going to look at some basic settings. There are some settings that you need to do. Yesterday, I've explained how you can, input your tags and specify durations and all that, and link tasks, okay? But today now we need to set our own calendar and then possibly create a lot of possible options in your management, okay? So I will just go straight to the point. All right, so this is project management, as I said. Now, from here, the first you need to do is to click on option, okay? Click on option. Under the option, we have this default view, okay? Default view, for example, we have a Gantt chart, we have different views. Okay, we have different views, but the default we use is actually the Gantt. Okay, so we are going to be using that. All right. Then the next thing is that we go to display. Under display, we have the calendar. Okay, we leave it at the default calendar. Okay, use the calendar. You can leave it at the default calendar. All right. Then if you go to schedule, you specified there are some settings that you need to do here. For example, week starts on Sunday and fiscal year starts in January. So based on the fact that you are setting up your own calendar as a project manager, you can decide to say that, okay, your own week starts on Monday. Okay, but we can leave it as a default. Then default working time, 8 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening. Okay, possibly from 8 to 12, and then from 8 to 1, or from 8 to 12, and then rest from 12 to 1. That is 1 hour break, and then you work from 1 to 5. Okay, so depend on the calendar that you set. That is why we are having hour per day is 8 working hours, hour per week is 40, and day per month is 20 working days. Okay, then if you go to proving, you will leave it as it default settings here. Okay, we talk about ignore word in uppercase and all that, so you have to leave this. Okay, because it's just Microsoft settings. So if you go to save, if you want to put it in auto save, which is actually not right, you want to put it there, you can put it, but there are some things that possibly you don't want to save. If you put it in auto save, it will just auto save, and possibly when you are on due, it will not be able to work properly. Okay, so it's advisable you not put it in auto save, right? Here we go to language. Okay, go to language. We're already working in English. We have an advanced. Okay, we talk about set auto filters on the new project. Prompt for project info for new. That is if you are opening a new project, the project information will just prompt for you to do automatic set for it. Okay, so we have a customize ribbon if you want to customize your ribbon, and then we have quick access tools. Okay, where you can access the quartz, which is the quick access tools. Okay, all right. So having checked all this, If you are okay with the available settings here, then you click OK. All right. So I'll go to that the same environment, and then I click on this blank document, then it's open. All right. Now, the next thing you need to do is to actually set your or save your project. Okay. Before going further, I think you need to save your project before starting. So I'll go to the same file, right? And then I'll click on save, right? For you to save it to any available directory that you want to save it. So let's say I want to save it into my PC, and then possibly in my documents, all right? Then I'll call it project workshop 1, all right? Project workshop 1, the default is projects. Now, now the advantage of this is this. For example, if you have a work on Microsoft projects, let's say you are using 2.16 or you are using 2.10, it is advisable if you are saving it. Maybe you are sending the Microsoft project work to somebody for somebody to actually open it in Microsoft project, not as PDF, right? And then possibly if the person says that it's actually using Microsoft Project 2.7, you can actually save it as a lower version. Unless you are using Project 2020 and all that, you can save it the lower version for somebody that is using 2.10. All right. So that is advantage. Even without that, you can just save it like this on the project. All right. So after that, I click save. All right. I've already saved this environment. Okay. So now for us to do setting, what do you need to do? Yesterday, I've showed you how you can input your tax, how you can change your tax mode and all that from manual to auto mode or from auto mode to manual, right? All right. So we'll go to projects. Okay. We go to projects, which you are, we'll go to project information. All right, under the project information, we say the start date. The start date of the project is starting today. Okay, so we assume that the project is starting today, which is 2nd of September. But if it is start by the overall start date of your project is not starting, let's assume you are starting on Monday, you can go and select start date is 4th, which is Monday, right? And then you click OK from here. Now, the most important thing in Microsoft Project is for you to have control of your calendar, because for you to do effective planning or effective scheduling, you have to know how to set your calendar very well, right? So for me to set my calendar, I'll go to change working time, right? And I click on change working time. All right, and then I'll go to, these are the existing, this is the default calendar. All right, as you can see, this is the default calendar. We have working hours, which is white. Then we have non-working hour, which is this red color, right? So, and then we have this black here, which shows that it's today's date. All right. Okay. So this is a default setting, all right, which is under the standard calendar. Okay. But this time around, you as a project manager, you want to actually set your own. Okay. So what you need to do, you go to new calendar. Let's create new calendar. Okay. Now, you said copy of standard. Now, we have from here, we have other calendar. We have 24 hours. We have night shift. So depend on the kind of project that you are doing. Let's assume you are working in a factory and then your workers are working 24 hours. You can use 24-hour shift, or you can use a night shift. All right. So I'm going to create new calendar. Okay. And then I'm making a copy of the standard calendar, right? So now I'll leave it as make a copy of standard calendar. All right. Or if you say create new calendar, that's to say you are creating a new calendar, which is actually not advisable. So it's better to use a default calendar and then you make changes to those defaults, right? Or you can make a copy of a night shift or a copy of 24 hours calendar. But I'm going to make a copy of standard calendar. You can as well retain, change this calendar as to your name, possibly the name of the project. I can request a project workshop 1, all right? So after that, I will click OK from here. Okay, so I've created a new calendar. Okay, so this is a new calendar, which is the default. Now we have exception and then we have working week. Now, first of all, let's start from working week. Now, under the working week, if you click here, all right, click on this first default here, and then click on detail. Okay, now if you come here, we says that set working time for this week. Now, for example, Sunday is from our default. Sunday is not a working days, right? From the default, what you are seeing here, because Sunday and Saturday, they are not working days, all right? They are non-working days, right? So now, if you want to make your Sunday to be working days, you can set date to a specific working day so that you change it from non-working days to working days. But if you want to leave it as non-working days, you can now set day to non-working days. Okay, then you go back to Monday. Okay, Monday is working days and the working hour is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then we have a 1 hour break, and then from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. right? The same thing applied to Tuesday. The same thing applied to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. Now let's assume, based on if you are working in construction company and then you decide to, okay, you want to work on Saturday, we have agreed that, okay, on Sunday is not a working day. Okay. I have a conversation with some of the participants just now, and then it says that he's on site working, and then presently us here in our office, we're also working on Saturday, right? So that's to say, most of organizations here actually work on Saturday. Okay, so I have to set your Saturday to a specific working days. So I click here and then I click on this set days to a specific working day. So if I click here, let's say if you want to work from 8 a.m. in the morning to 12, okay, and then you now work from 1 p.m. to 5. The same settings that the rest is having to 5 p.m. Okay, so you set it as working days, and then you come here and then you click OK. Okay, so you have successfully set your calendar to the default calendar that you want. Then you go to under exception. Okay, under exception, if you click here, like maybe exception means there are some days that you are not going to work, maybe like public holiday. All right, so let's assume one of the public holiday, let's say 1st January. Okay, let's say 1st January. So if I write 1st January, or let me just say New Year here. Yes, New Year. And then our New Year now is going to be, because we are 2023, so possibly 2024 1st January. Okay, this is January 2024. So 1st of January 2024, you are not going to work, right? And it's just 1 day holiday, then you leave it as that the same 1st January 2024. Okay. Now, if you have more exception, you can set them so that when you are creating those tags, if you tend to put any tags on that very day, the software or the MS project will actually prompt that day is not a working day, so that you know how you can actually track your job. So you can add as many exceptions, okay, to this particular place. So I'll click. If you want to see more details about this, you click here and then see the same details. Okay, you have already set it as non-working days, right? Which is the, and then it shows that, okay, if now, for example, if it is reoccurrence pattern, it's not actually daily, right? So it's yearly. So we put it as yearly, right? So I'll click OK, and then I click OK from here. So from here now you have set your calendar. Okay, another thing again is that this calendar that you set, you actually need to make it as a default. Okay, so if you go to File, all right, so if you want to make it as a default, you go to File, and then under Display, you see the current option for this project, which is the calendar is Project Workshop 1, all right, which is actually the default project that we are going to use now. So I'll click OK from here. All right. So if you set this, if you do this setting, then you have given a good arrangement on how your project calendar will be, and then you have a total control of your calendar.